So then she meets gigantic humanoid crows that are scaring a scarecrow. Glinda, you put this girl in this strange world with these scary things happening, and she's like, I would have like, what drug did I take? Did somebody drug me at the house? Like, what happened? Like, this is like a bad trip, honestly, right? What's up, you guys? Welcome to my channel. It is your girl Autumn Marie here, and today we're about to have another segment of honest conversations, and this one's going to be a little bit fun, a little bit different. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite movies of all time, The Wiz. Not The Wizard of Oz, The Wiz. Okay, baby, you see what I look like, baby. The Wizard of Oz is cool, it's alright, but The Wiz is one of my all-time favorite movies. All right, but we're really going to be talking about one of the main characters that I have a disdain, that I dislike so much, that I think is very problematic, and that is Glinda, the Good Witch. Okay, we're gonna be talking about her today and why I dislike her. Honestly, out of any movie, she's always terrible. Whether it's The Wiz, Wizard of Oz, Wicked, whatever. And I've seen Wicked, the most recent Wicked. I've seen the movie, loved it. I might do a separate video about my thoughts on the movie on that. But right now we're going to get into my favorite movie. And with the passing of Quincy Jones, I just thought it's only right, okay? So The Wiz, we about to get to that, and why Glinda is the real villain, okay? Glinda's the real wicked witch, okay? Let's be honest. But anyway, if you've never seen me before and you like my channel, you like what I have to say, please like, subscribe, and click that notification bell, and leave your comments if you have any similar thoughts or you have a different take. Leave it in the comments for me. But we about to get into it, why I dislike Glinda very much. Okay, so first off, let's get into The Wiz as a whole and just like kind of give you a little debrief if you've never seen the movie. For one, if you've never seen the movie, please go check it out yourself. Now, it is from the 70s, so it has a little bit of things that is dated. I will say that's one movie that I don't think that was originally for kids. Maybe it was just a different time, in my opinion, because that movie had some scenes in it. I was like, it's very, very adultish. Just saying. But it is a beautiful movie, like just the way it looks cinematic wise. I also feel like the music, when I tell you, baby, I'm not a huge musical fan. Like I'm not like the musical, like every time they do something they're singing. Baby, why are we singing about you brushing your teeth? You know what I'm saying? I don't really like musicals like that, you know what I'm saying? But this movie didn't kind of give that, but it gave good music. When I say Quincy Jones and them was in that studio making bangers, making classics, okay? Mind you, this movie had Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, Lena Horne, okay? Like, this movie had some people in it, all right? Richard Pryor as the Wiz, he didn't sing, thank God, but this movie had some heavy hitters in here and had some singers in here, okay? And one of my favorite songs, which I feel like is not talked about enough, is the song The Wiz. Like, these the Wiz, like that is the production of that song, because I'm very like a production nerd. Like, I used to want to be like a producer and stuff, so I went to school for that for a little bit. Did I graduate? No, that's none of your business. But anyway, but the production, like that, the way that song, the sweet thing, let me tell you about, like, I love that song. And of course, you can't win with Michael Jackson. First of all, it was the first time I heard Michael Jackson get deep. Okay, at the end of that song, he said, "Of the game." Like, whoa, we are used to your soft voice. I heard there's a theory that he actually didn't have like a really soft voice as he got older. He actually had a deep voice. He just felt like because he was black, he needed to kind of like soften it up to appeal to the masses, which is crazy. That's another conversation. But yeah, he got deep on that one, all right? But it is one of my all-time favorite movies. So it's black, it's beautiful. It's I want it to be remade, and I already have in my mind like who the characters would be, like who I think would play good characters to remake the movie. One in particular is very controversial, and I'm not going to say it. I'm gonna just leave it at that, because we could find somebody else. Now we got a lot of people in the game right now that could play these characters, but it is one that I'm just like, he really could do a good job. I'm just not gonna say who it is. I feel like if you kind of feel like who I'm talking about, but it's very controversial because of his past. Anyway. That's not what we're here for. We are here to talk about just why I hate, yeah, why I hate Glinda. I ain't even about to sit here trying to sugarcoat. It the only reason I don't want to say I don't hate her is because when I think about the spiritual side of it, like, she has a reason. She has a purpose. It's a reason why she is the way she is in the movie. But from me looking at it, if I was Dorothy, because I resonated with Dorothy so much in this particular movie. Like, in this Wiz, I resonated with Dorothy because, for one, you got Dorothy starting out. She's kind of like lost in her path. She doesn't know what she wants to do next. She's in her mid-20s. She's like 24 at the time, and she's still living with her aunt and uncle. She's trying to figure out her life. They're trying to get her to push her to date, all type of stuff. And she just like, I don't know. Like, it's very lost adult. Like, you're getting older and you're not sure. Like, even in the first song, she like, though you're getting older now, and she's like, hey girl, you need to go live your life. Like, Aunt Em was pressuring her to go, hey, get up out my house and go live your life. And she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do next. And that felt. And then there's a part like in the beginning of the movie where she's singing about not feeling, not first of all, it's crazy I said not feeling, because in the song they're talking about, don't forget the feeling that we have as a family, because it's like a family gathering in the beginning of the movie, and they're all eating together, and she feels like an outcast. And as a black sheep of my own family and feeling like an outcast, I've always resonated with that. When she goes and sits and says she don't know what they're feeling, she don't know the feeling that they have, I don't understand it, I don't know my purpose. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And she's just kind of content in her small bubble right now. And she doesn't feel like very connected with her own family. And that is very much felt. And I think it's crazy. At 5 years old, I was watching the movie, just like, wow. And I've always resonated with Dorothy. Like, if I could play Dorothy, that would be great. I would love that. If I could play it, and they make a remake of The Wiz and they want to call your girl up. I can sing a little bit. I can sing. I'm not going to sing on here right now, but I can sing. Just, got hidden talents. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm manifesting that low key. But yeah, like, I resonated with her story, like the way she would sing, like she cut off and she's singing about just, I don't know what they're feeling. So then you get to the part where Dorothy gets taken. Well, actually, Dorothy, she goes run off to find Toto. Like, in this version, it's snowing outside and she gets into a snow tornado chasing at that dang on dog. Like, Toto, man, I would have just had to let Toto, dang, rest in peace. I'm sorry, because what do you mean you just running outside for? Like, what if you don't get your back here? But Toto runs out, she go chases him, and she ends up in a snow tornado, and she's being blown, and you see Glinda and her little blue and she's in her hand, she has Dorothy and a tornado in her hand. And every time I see that scene, I get mad, because I'm like, you really just put her through that. You really. And then when she comes through, she goes boom into a freaking Z, a big Z. And that Z falls on the Wicked Witch of the East or whatever. Yeah, the Wicked Witch of the East. It falls onto her and kills her. And then Miss Wand, which I like that they added another witch, because in The Wiz, this is why The Wiz is so separate from The Wizard of Oz and all of that. And mind you, as a kid, we had to read the Wizard of Oz book, and that book is interesting. Like, we had to read the whole book as a kid, and it's very low-key, it's a horror story. Like, the Wizard of Oz, the whole concept is a horror story, but very relatable. Anyway, I mean, life is horrible. But anyway, but yeah, we get to her just being crashed to a Z, and she on the Wicked Witch of the East. And then they added another witch. And this one, she's the witch, I believe, of the North. And her name is Wand. Now, Miss Wand was a gambler. Baby, Miss Wand would have been on FanDuel. I would have been asking Miss Wand, like, hey, girl, you help me my parlay. You know what I'm saying? Miss Wand was a gambler because she was all about the numbers, right? But even before that, when she hits the lady with the Z, she falls into some sand bowl or something, right? She comes out, and immediately the graffiti people on the wall come off the wall. I would have been, I can't even cuss on here right now, but I would have lost my mind if I saw people yelling out Toto, Toto, because she kept saying Toto, looking for Toto. Toto was just running everywhere. Toto got on my nerves the most too. I will say that. Toto dogs just be doing, like little kids, just be doing stuff. Toto ran off again. Why you can't never find Toto? But they're literally going Toto, Toto, because they hear her saying they're coming off the wall. Like, people are coming off the wall. That would have freaked me out. You mean you just blew her into this new world where graffiti people, and coming off the wall, and they all screaming Toto, Toto in her face. Like Diana Ross was screaming. No! I would have been screaming too, because what do you mean? Where am I? Toto, where have you put us? Where did you, what? I would have been screaming. And then they like, hey girl, you done killed the lady that put us on the wall. I'm a murderer now? You mean to tell me, Glinda, you blew this girl into a new place and you made her made her do your dirty work, if we're being honest. Murdered the Wicked Witch of the East. And then you gotta wear her shoes. Miss One, like, hey, here, take these shoes real quick. It'll help you. I'm wearing a dead lady's shoes. Just that thought in all of the movies. I'm wearing a dead lady's shoe. Why are you giving me this dead lady's shoes? I don't know her. I don't know her feet been in. You a wicked witch? First of all, Jay was right. She did have pretty shoes. And I love that they made the shoes silver. I liked that. You know what I'm saying? Then, they sing it to her. The great song, He's the Wiz. And I love that song. And then they sing the song to her and tell her, go follow Yellow Brick Road. Ain't no Yellow Brick Road nowhere. Ain't no Yellow Brick Road anywhere on the ground. She gotta go find it. And then when she looked back, they didn't disappear. They just said, baby, we free. We're gonna go. Good luck on your endeavors. What? And now, like, she chased it after a taxi, and every time the taxi's here, they say, girl, bye, and leaves. They like, we on off duty. I'm not even there. I clocked out already. And then you walking around, and it just looked like trash everywhere. If you from Cleveland, baby, it looked like East Cleveland. Like, I don't know if you ever been to Cleveland and you know about East Cleveland. She was walking around in East Cleveland, baby. And East Cleveland is full of crackheads and homeless people. That is what she was walking around in, trying to find a Yellow Brick Road. This wasn't like the Oz where just a little forest and a nice and a little. No, baby, she was walking through dirty buildings and a crackhead pops up. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Side note, I used to sing that little. I remember, I was singing that song one time. Me and my brothers, I had stepbrothers. We were all playing hide and seek in the dark in the house because we were bored. It was a snow day, and they used to scare me a lot. So I said, I'm about to get them back, and I scared them because in the dark I just kept saying doo 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 when it was my turn to find them. So I'm walking around the house doing that, trying to find them, and at some point I'm looking for them. I look in the living room. They're all sitting there like, we don't want to play no more. You scaring us. I was a menace. But I had to get them back because they kept scaring me. Anyway, so yeah, she sees this crackhead. He come out singing doo 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 doo, and she's trying to get his help because she like, I'm here by myself alone, and he runs off just laughing at her. Well, you too, crackhead. Put her down, crackhead. Put her down, crackhead. But anyway, she's like, so she sings this song, but just like, as soon as I get home, like, I just want to be home. I just want to go. Like, I felt that. I used to go to work every day, just like, I just want to go home. Soon as I get home, like that's what she was singing. Soon as I get home, I just want to go home. I want to go home. That's all she was singing. So then she meets gigantic humanoid crows that are scaring a scarecrow. Glinda, you put this girl in this strange world with these scary things happening, and she's like, I would have like, what drug did I take? Did somebody drug me at the house? Like, what happened? Like, this is like a bad trip, honestly, right? So she sees these humanoid freaking crows, and they are just dogging the scarecrow. Like, they like, bro, you ain't gonna never gonna be nothing. You ain't never gonna have nothing. Like, they was dogging him. You dummy. You're a dummy. Like, I'm sorry. That's what they was doing. And so she finally be like, you know what? F it. I just got somebody got to be brave enough to tell these little things to go away. She telling Toto, sick him, boy. I'm like, first of all, Toto, the reason you even here, yeah, put him to work. Put Toto to work, because why are we even here, Toto? So she meets the scarecrow. He can't walk. She got to teach him how to walk. Then it was crazy because I always noticed this in the movie. There was a part where she sees the taxis again, right? So she try to run after it. Michael Jackson walks away.
Hey, wait!
You can clearly see Michael Jackson walking away. Then you get back to the next scene and he's on the ground like he ain't just walk over there. I seen you. I seen you walk. But anyway, I think that was a mistake and they just forgot to take it out. Whatever, editors. Hey, it was the 70s. But then, he's on down the road. Then they go to this abandoned, dirty amusement park. It's just abandoned and dirty. And then it's this big, gigantic statue of a woman crushing a tin. First of all, you're made of trash. You're made of tin. I'm pretty sure at some point one of them them blue butter cookie tins was on him. He was made of one of those. Like, he was literally a humanoid chitty chitty bang bang, just walking around, crying and stuff and rusting. So then he crying, the teen. Like, where am I? This is a bad trip. They meet him. You know what I'm saying? He like, I ain't got no heart, man. I'm heartless out here. He was one of the first dudes to have a tattoo saying heartless. Like, that's basically what it was. He was heartless. I ain't got no heart. It's cold in these streets, literally. He rusting up. He's stuck. You gotta find oil. They gotta look through all this trash to get him some oil. Like, this is too much. Then you get to the freaking library, some random library, and a lion pops out of cement. Just imagine saying that. I just seen a lion pop out of cement. And he trying to scare y'all. And then, if we're being real honest, that lion was gay.
Be who you are for your pride.
I knew it as a kid. I knew what gay was very early. I was very my mom told me a lot as a kid. Like, if I asked a question, she answered. She was not one of those parents that be like, girl, sit down somewhere. She literally answered it to the best of her ability. So I knew what a lot of things were. And I said, it's definitely a symbolism of gay. Because, baby... Okay, and I loved the lion, though. He was the only real one on the team, to be honest. He had no courage, but he had heart. I will say that. And he wasn't dumb. All right? And he actually was a little bit brave. He did have a little bit of courage. Then you get to that. Then you get to a part where they are, walking through and they see hookers. Which, this is why I say this movie was not really for kids. Because the poison poppies was supposed to be flowers that put them to sleep, from the original movie. They made them hookers. They made them hookers in the movie blowing dust at them and making them first of all, lion, why you want to go up in here? That was the one dumb thing he did do. Girl, baby, lion over here trying to take poppers and stuff. Girl, if we don't get up out of here. So then he about to almost killed himself because he's like, oh my God, I done killed her. And then you got oil being dripped on you because the tears were oil dripped on you to wake you back up. This is just a terrible trip. I'm being real. And Glinda is the reason for all of this. Mind you, Glinda is nowhere to be found the entire time that she's going through this. Glinda ain't nowhere. Glinda brought her here and ain't said a thing. I'm trying to censor myself as much as I can on here. So then you get to a point where, they finally get to the Emerald City. And, they very much bougetto up in there. You got to be seen green. I wouldn't be caught dead red. They was hitting bars. They was changing up colors every day. And honestly, the styles, looks were looking. Quincy Jones appeared out of nowhere. I love that when he was on the piano. And it was a good time in there. But they were looking them up and down like, ugh, the trash. You know what I'm saying? The camera people wouldn't take pictures of them. First of all, if I seen a gigantic camera walking towards me, I would scream. This movie was a bad trip, I swear. So, they in there dancing, go, solid gold, whatever. And then at some point, I guess somebody noticed, oh, this girl got the Wicked Witch East shoes on. Hold up. She must got some real power because she dead. Right? So the Wiz hey, come up here. On the way up, you get there, you open up, and it's this dark room. and it's this gigantic silver head staring at you saying, "You want to see the Wiz?" And it's fire and smoke blowing out of him. I want to go home. Why am I here? Glinda ain't nowhere to be found through all of it. She's just letting this girl just go through all of this. Ain't nowhere to be found. And you try to act like, I just want to go home. And he tell you, first you got to kill another witch. Why am I a murderer in this dream? Why am I killing people? I've already stolen shoes from killing one of them. Now I got to kill her sister. And I don't know this lady. It's a witch. You know what I'm saying? Back in my area, witches, you don't mess with them. This is a witch. And you want me to go kill her? Oh, and then I forgot to mention, even before all of this, before all of this, at some point before they even get to the poison poppies, the crackhead comes back and terrorizes them in the subway. That subway scene has put many people in nightmares, and Glinda ain't nowhere to be found throughout the whole time. You are over here. When I tell you, baby, she was running in them hills, okay?
Hello, Christ. I'm about to sin again. I said I love you today.
She was running in them hills. Sis was gone. And Glinda ain't nowhere to help. You brought me here. You're supposed to be a good witch. You let me go through all these bad things. Wow. Okay. Right. Like that scene, that subway scene. Like, first of all, Lion's name, crazy name, Fleetwood Coupe de Ville. Why would your mama name you? Know your mama black. You name you Fleetwood Coupe de Ville. Like, that's like naming your daughter Lexus, after a car. Anyway, yeah, subway scene, most horrific scene I've ever. That's the one part of the movie I'm just like, I'm good. Like, I don't know what the pink things was that got big. Like, I kind of look like one right now. What them things got big? First of all, they was taking too long watching that. I wouldn't have been watching. As soon as it got to like a midget height, I would have ran. I would have been out of here. I'd be like, all right, yeah, let's go. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I don't know what that mask was on the crackhead's face, because when we first saw him, he just red crackhead, and he had this mask on that just like had no eyes in it. Seeing that alone would have made me go, let's get up out of here. Come on, y'all, let's go. You know what I'm saying? That was a crazy scene, and sis was running in them hills. I felt, because it would be me too. I don't care what. I would probably took them off and ran. I know she said don't take these shoes off, but I gotta hold them at least. I gotta get up out of here. I gotta get some traction going. But anyway, we get to, she gotta go kill the witch. That is a terrifying way. First of all, I gotta go down a sewer that is filled with black dust. And Glinda ain't nowhere to be found. Why? Glinda, why'd you bring me here and you ain't even helped me out of here? Then she get there, it stank. Because the flying monkeys come and grab them up and take them there, and it stank up in there. People, it's up there looking like slaves, jigaboos and stuff. It was very colorist. Wicked Witch, ugly. You know what I'm saying? Hella bald spots. Several bald spots in her head. She just need to go. She need to get some miracle drops. Put them in there. It ain't got no water in miracle drops, so she could have been cool. Ugly. A lot of jewels on. You know what I'm saying? She had that. I ain't gonna lie though. She kind of had that. She had that ish on. That dress was a lot, but it was like very Harajuku Barbie type. Had that ish on. It was giving very Machino, or what's that dude named Jeremy something? I forgot. But anyway, it was very high fashion what she had on. The face did not match the high fashion. Very low vibrational face. Okay. Low-key kind of color is how they did her, but she could sing though, and honestly, I felt her when she said, "Don't nobody bring me no bad news." I don't want no bad news either. I'm already dealing with all of this around me as Dorothy. I wouldn't want bad news either. You didn't kill my sister. I get why she was mad. She had a reason to be mad. You didn't kill my sister, and you got on her shoes. And these so-called good witches gave you these shoes. You ain't even ask. Okay. Yeah, I got it. You gotta come off those. So at some point, she finally kills her with water, and I just know. First of all, she fell in a toilet. Your throne is a toilet, a bejeweled toilet. She fell through that. I know it stank. I know as soon as that water hit, it was like probably refreshing. Then you got the people taking off their clothes. They out there naked, singing and dancing, ding-a-ling, swinging everywhere and chest moving because they just finally free, felt. I feel very free when I'm naked at home, so understandable. They leave out of there and they finally get back to the wizard. He a fraud. He just another Negro. Came from same place she came from, low key. Got lost up in there too, cause Glinda, just trapping, kidnapping people, right? And then you finally get to see Glinda, and she tells you what, girl, you could have went home this whole time. All you had to do is click your heels 3 times. You mean it is crazy because Diana Ross said it exactly like this. You mean to tell me that I could have just clicked my heel 3 times and I would have been home? That's exactly how she said it. Felt. Because what do you mean? I just could have went home. How was I supposed to know that? Your sis didn't tell me. She just gave me the shoes. Don't take them off. If I were your big bro, you know what you also could have told me? Click your heels 3 times, and then you can go home. That would have solved everything. No movie. This is why I hate Glinda, because what do you mean? You kidnapped me, first of all, in a snowstorm, cold. Ain't got no jacket. Dog, cold. Right? I get here, and I'm tripping out. I'm tripping balls at all of this that's going on. I'm murdering people who possibly are your sisters. I don't know. I'm murdering these people. Then on top of that, I'm supposed to get home. I'm thinking the person that's supposed to help me get home, turns out he's a fraud. You kidnapped him too. And then when I meet you, instead of being like, I'm sorry I brought you here, you just said, oh girl, you could have been with her. You ain't know?
Now, you done pissed me off.
I would have fought. Glinda would have had to get these heads. Because what do you mean? Then Dorothy sings this song about all you had to do was believe in yourself before she even tells her she can go home. Believe in yourself. Tells her that stuff and then steals her song and sing it back to her. Don't sing my song back to me. Don't. I sung that to my friends so they could believe in themselves when I'm gone. Don't sing my song back to me like you. That is so narcissistic. This is why I dislike Glinda. But the crazy part about it is, when you get down to the spiritual meaning, that was my notes that I had. I had to look at my notes because I had a lot of things to say, as you can see. But when you get down to the spiritual meaning, in a way, Glinda is basically the universe. Yeah, universe, God, that's basically Glinda. We just put, right now we living in Oz. Trying to find a whiz, and he's a fraud. You get where I'm going. You see, we here with it. She's I'm sorry, I'm getting angry because she's the universe, and the universe be putting us in the most messed up situations and be like, oh, you know, the whole time all you had to do was this. All you sent me was a 333 or 444. How was I how was I supposed to know? How was I supposed? You sent the spider knowing I'm scared of them. Well, I'm not scared of spiders. I actually like spiders. Well, not really, but they don't bother me. But you send me a mice, and you send me a mouse. You send a mouse. You know I'm terrified of mice, of rodents in general. You sent a random butterfly. Beautiful, pretty, love it. What does it mean? So like that Miley Cyrus. What does it mean? Like. What does it mean? What does it mean? Ah! You send all this. I don't know what that means. You got me going through all of this stuff, all these lessons after lessons after, and then I'm meeting these freaking people who, you know what I'm saying, who's also going through it, and I gotta help them too. Like that's the universe. And in a way, like if we really think about the whole God thing, God complex, all of that, it is a narcissistic view. Like really think about the whole. I can get to another video of that, of how my relationship with like spirituality, because I am spiritual. I'm gonna let y'all know this. If you watch my video, I'm not religious, I'm not Christian, I'm spiritual. You know, I do practice in certain things. I'm not gonna get into it. I do venerate my ancestors though. And I will say it's much better talking to them because they're a little bit more direct. But universe, the source, spirit, I be wanting to throw hints. You know what I'm saying? Because Glinda is a representation of that. We'll just throw you to the wolves and expect you to figure it out. Give you a couple little hints, give you these little symbols and signs, but we'll put you through it. And then you finally get to Spirit, and Spirit was like, oh yeah, you finally get to where you need to go. You finally get through all the lessons. Oh yeah, you could have just took the easy route. You didn't give me the easy route. You didn't tell me where to eat. You ain't tell me nothing. Glinda triggers me, honestly. That virgin triggers me. Now, in the Wicked series and the movies and stuff, she's way different. And honestly, I dislike her more in those. And like when I went to go see the movie Wicked, I really disliked her. It was very narcissistic. Like, forget the whole spiritual God and all that. The Wiz, yes. But in Wicked, like, if you really want to like really show like what a narcissist is, it was Glinda in Wicked. Everything's good. No, it's not. You're not as good as you think. And then we also have to get to a point we do have to humanize narcissist people, because it is a disorder. We can't claim everybody is one, but it is a disorder, and people do come out of that, and you can, they can like get actual help for it. So it's like seeing Glinda in the Wicked movies kind of story arc kind of progress into a better light. That was good to see as well. Still disliked her. Also disliked the other lady too in that movie. If you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil it for you, but I'm gonna just say, yeah, she's very much narc. The way like when her parents was like, oh, they're gonna miss me, and she said it's so dry. I was like, it was nothing behind it. Like, it was just very dry. Oh, they're gonna miss me so much. I'm gonna miss them. No, it was very much, they're gonna miss me so much. As soon as she said, I said, oh, I know what this is. And I've been on Alphabet side. You know what I'm saying? Now in the Wiz, that Wicked Witch, you had slaves. You had the flying monkey stank. I ain't gonna lie, one of the flying monkeys for some reason looked like Lil Jon to me. The one that's named Chico, he looks like Lil Jon to me. That's so messed up. But yeah. But the spiritual meaning is very much, that's the universe. That is literally, the universe will put you out here into some crazy stuff and then expect you to understand these little numbers that they just send you. You gotta deep dive, read books, and you gotta really look through. And then the universe be like, oh, all you had to do was this. All you did was send me a 1212. How was I supposed to know? How was I? Then they be like, it's a warning. Warning me for what? There is no specifications. The universe will really do that to you. Just put you through it. Lesson after lesson. Here's another lesson. If you heard that sound on TikTok, that's basically the universe. It give you these lessons, and you like, I didn't know I was enrolled in school. I thought I dropped out. Thought I graduated at least or something. I don't know. I did not know that I was still going to school. I thought that was it. I thought I could just go on and, live my life. No. Life gonna live you at this point. All right. But yeah, all I'm gonna say is I love that movie, from the costumes, from the production, from the singing, all of it. Also, another song that I really love is The Soon As I Get Home. I love the song Home. I actually sung it at a recital when I was a kid. But The Soon As I Get Home, I love that song because it is just like you're really lost and all you want to do is just get home. That's how I felt every time I went to work. All right, y'all. Thank you for watching my video. I think that's enough for now. Hope you enjoyed my rant. Hope you enjoyed. If you have anything that you want to say about the movie that you love too, if you've never seen the movie, please go watch. I hope you watch it before you listen to because I kind of just said the whole movie low key. But see it for yourself still. But I hope you guys are having a great evening. Have a great day. And see you later. Bye.